Hey guys, just want to send out a little message quick before we start the second half of the year. If you don't know, this is Coach Craig. I've been the head track and field coach here at West High for the last 6 years, and I've been involved with the program since 2005. Been around a long time, seen a lot of things. Um, Certainly, it's my goal every year to put a diverse group of young men on the track and off the track who are knowledgeable about the sport and knowledgeable about whatever uh, event they're doing, and that they achieve and improve throughout their year, but also throughout their 4 years. I want to send a little quick message here. Rather than sending a long email that some may or may not read, I'd rather just send a quick message. And here we go. First and foremost, I want to say that this year is pretty important for a variety of reasons, mostly because no one from last year, from not having a season, is coming off a successful track and field season. No one had the season last year that they wanted, and it certainly didn't end the way that anybody expected or wanted. This is a huge chance for you to come out and show what you can do, a huge chance for you to come out and show the things that you've been doing on your own, the training, the lifting, the other sports as you've matured and grown over the last year or more. This is a chance where you can come out and really surprise and be something that maybe not even yourself thought possible. This year and every year, we, as you are familiar with, are looking for leaders. And we choose our leaders for an indoor season, and we choose our leaders for an outdoor season. These event leaders are typically people who we can rely on as coaches. These people are always going to lead things, but also going to be trustworthy and responsible. And we want leaders who ultimately, like our coaches and our coaching staff, lead by example. They are someone who does what they say they're going to do and does it with the best of their ability. These leaders also are going to support and cheer for all, no matter what. It's easy to cheer on those moments when we are happy and it works out the way we want to. Uh, but the best leaders are the ones that are there through thick and thin. I think we all need a little more of that during this time period. Leaders also show up and do everything in their power and their capability in that moment. They give 100% effort. Leaders are the people that don't need someone to tell them to do it because they're already doing it. And ultimately, leaders prepare in every way possible. I think that also includes the classroom. If you've been around long enough, the classroom is an important piece of what we do, and we can't do anything on the track or the field unless you have your business and the classroom taken care of. Some kind of basic information that I want to give to you. Number one, we start March 1st. The state has decided this season that we're going to start 2 weeks later. That means we're going to have 2 weeks less time to prepare, 2 weeks less time to be ready. So we need to start that process, if you haven't already, as early as possible in the weight room, doing some speed work, doing some work on our own in our own time to be the most ready. Those of you that don't know, our practices are an hour and 30 minutes maximum, Monday through Friday, and it may be less than that on some days. Just depends what we're doing. We try and spend as much time focusing on what we want to get done in those particular days, and then get you off to the things that you need or want to be doing otherwise. It also allows for people who are multi-sport athletes to go do those things as well. That is Monday through Friday. We this season only, we decided that there is not going to be an indoor portion of our season. We typically have 5 to 6 indoor meets where we get a chance to kind of try some things out, get familiar with some events. But this season, we're not going to have that. Not because they're not having indoor meets, but one, because we're starting so late, and two, quite frankly, I don't find that it benefits us to go to a lot of indoor meets with a lot of other teams, a lot of other adults, a lot of other people in general, contained in a small space. I think that's during this time of COVID is a little more risky than than we need to take at this time. Maybe next year we get back to that, but at this point, it's not on our schedule. If things change dramatically, then obviously we can revisit that decision. Our practice times are Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday at 4:15. Hopefully the weather at the beginning of March will be good enough and warm enough so that we will be able to be down on the track. Of course, dressed appropriately by then. We will start promptly at 4:15. And I say that because if we're going to keep ourselves to that hour and 30 minutes, we want to get done with everything we want to get done, we need to start at 4:15 and end at an appropriate time so you can do those things. And then, of course, Wednesdays, which start early out, we will begin at 3:15, same format. If we're going to change the schedule or if we're going to change the location that we are meeting, I will let people know somehow that we are going to change that location. Obviously, eligibility is key. I know that school can be very difficult during this times, whether you're online in the hybrid model, but it is important that you're eligible on day one, starting March 1st. I would hate to see somebody have to sit out at the beginning of the year because they didn't take care of their business in the classroom. To do so, I think you need to show up, obviously at Zoom meetings or you're in your class. You need to do your best whenever possible. And then when you can't do your best or when you can't show up or when you're having issues that are beyond your control or anyone else's control for that matter, please communicate with your teachers or communicate with me so we can get you some help. That's part of my job. That's also part of your job and part of the teacher's job to help you out as much as possible. And most of them, I think, if you give them a chance, I think would love to help you out. If you have not started Advanced PE, I think it's a crucial class for any athlete at West High, no matter what the sport, track and field are no different. Please enroll yourself in Advanced PE the second try, or if not the third try as well. It's great to overall become a better athlete and help you develop in a way that's productive. Track in general and field in general is an opportunity to develop your skills, and this year is no different. I think we have an opportunity as a team to create the kind of environment that everybody wants, where guys can count on one another and guys can be responsible and be the kind of team where we can come together when it matters most. And to do that, we need individuals, each and every one of you, to be the guy who shows up, the guy who puts his best foot forward, and the guy who learns their events and their craft and is able to achieve the best of their ability. That's really, really important. And this year, maybe more so than other years, there's a great opportunity for that since no one really knows what we have or who's going to step forward. In our conference or in the state, I think this is another great opportunity. There's no returning champions. Most of the people who were maybe last year would have been in the running for state titles or those kind of things have probably graduated. So why not consider yourself in the mix? Why not this year be thinking of yourself in that category and come out and make a difference when you get an opportunity? To that end, I think it's also would behoove you to this year be the hero. We often wait for someone else to be the savior, someone else to pick up the pieces, to be the guy. Why can't you be the guy? Why can't you be the one that makes us great? And that starts now in your preparation, but it also starts once we're all together. We are looking at having twice a week speed training at the school. We're still looking for a location and looking for times, but that would be about twice a week for probably half-hour tops. We would do some drills, some basic mechanical things, and then some testing with the Freelap system as well. I don't imagine it'll be warm enough, but if it's warm enough, we can also head outside if necessary. But it just get us heading in the right direction and get us just practicing some general skills that will help us. There's a survey link here. If you would take a minute to fill that out so we know what times you're available and how many people are thinking about planning so we can plan the best as well. In conclusion, happy holidays, enjoy your break, enjoy your families. It's one of the things we've learned from COVID is to take every opportunity to take advantage of these moments in our lives, and this is no different. And then obviously recharge. I think a lot of us need a break sometimes, mentally, physically, or emotionally. This is that chance, 2 weeks where you get to kind of focus on yourself for a moment and focus on your family and what's really, really important. I know that I am, and I know that a coaching staff that we hired with some additions, different from last year, and then some of the same people. We are really looking forward to this season, especially after losing last season. This diverse group of people is knowledgeable and excited about helping you be the best person you can be, and hopefully that leads to some success. So signing off here, folks. I miss you. I can't wait to be back in person with you, and happy holidays.